This is Jen with Yarn Eatery. Welcome to my little studio, and I do mean little studio. This is half of my office. Since my debut video, I have moved my desk to the middle of the room, added some lighting here, so hopefully y'all can see a little bit better. Sorry about the grainy video. Son-in-law. We're going to talk about this first project that I'm going to coach you on. We're going to call it coaching because I want to make you free to design your own things and not be so inhibited. It's not about a channel name to Unchained Crochet because we are all so chained to our patterns. You know, I can't tell you how many patterns I've bought, probably in the hundreds, that I have not made. For one reason or another, I lose my interest. Something doesn't work out. It doesn't use the needle I like. You know, I've even tried using bigger yarn to make a bigger gauge overall, so that a smaller size I can follow the numbers for it. Does that make sense? Just increase your needle size or your yarn size to accommodate. And you can do that with my things that I show you as well. But hopefully you can use your favorite yarn and your favorite needle and learn to crochet on the fly like me. And I do mean on the fly. So this top that we're going to talk about tonight, I just named it yesterday. It's the Slop mystery top. And it's not a normal mystery. I'm not publishing a pattern on paper. You're not going to have anything to download. You're going to come here and you're going to watch the video and you're going to pause it as you need to and get the coaching that you need. If you have questions, you can comment in the comment section and ask a question. I'll try to help you as best as I can to accommodate your body shape, your frame, your height. We all have certain things we like to fit certain ways, and you know you. That's the thing. And once you learn to feel the color you're wearing and know that you look good in it just by putting it on and not even looking in the mirror, you get that sensation, you know, you get in tune with your body and your mind and what you like, then you're set free. So I want you to be a free bird and fly on your own a little bit. So we'll get there. Don't be intimidated by this project. There's a lot of stitching. I guarantee you're going to feel both casual and elegant in it. I do. It's very different and unique. I was inspired by another top. I can't remember the name of it offhand. If you want to later, I can link it. It used, I think, a fingering weight yarn. And it was a crochet item as well. But I basically just got inspired by it. And I like the shape of it. So that was my goal in creating this sweater. And feel free. I mean, if you have another stitch you like, go for it. If you want to make yours lacy for spring, take you into the spring season, that would work as well. I'm using cupcake yarn, and that's what I use for the one that I have on, and I've chosen a different colorway. Oh, also going to show you a goodie that I got at Michael's yesterday, a little roll around cart. It's called a Gramercy cart, and I got it like 50% off, and then I had 20% off that coupon, so I ended up getting it for 40 bucks as opposed to 100, and my husband helped me put it together. So it's really cool because you can put your cakes on there, girls and guys. And they will just roll off like a fancy toilet paper holder, but you can hold so much stuff on there. I got a turtle on there. One of my turtles is on there. Very nifty. So back to the project that we're going to showcase this week. And I've been fighting the urge to work on it off camera. And honestly, this is not your typical mystery project. Most mystery projects and patterns that people buy, I've done some Stephen West ones, and they're awesome. He's awesome. I love him. Very much into color lover like me. He does, you know, mystery, and a lot of them, they'll publish their mystery patterns, and you get a clue like every week or every 2 weeks, something like that. And I've done a couple of them. I don't think I've ever finished one. So the thing is with those is that it's a mystery to you, unless you want to look at the spoilers like on Ravelry or something. I will say in the title that this video is a spoiler alert. If you want yours to be a mystery, you can let it be a mystery. And I will do separate videos for clue 1, clue 2. But this video, we're basically going to do a spoiler video right now, coming out of the gate. So it's not really a mystery. It's only a mystery as to what you want yours to look like. And mystery of us figuring out together. Sometimes people ask me, how did you make that? I did this, this, and this. I can describe it in general, but I don't go into detail, obviously. You know, these are non-crocheters that I'm talking to. But, you know, sometimes I have to, like, look at a project that I made previously if I want to do it again in a different color and break it down for myself. So that's what I did yesterday. I went and got more yarn. Cupcake, Lion Brand Cupcake. In this colorway. Now I got glare. Let's see if we can fight the glare. It's got some nice melons and peach and kind of a light teal. Some speckling to the teal where it goes back to the melon colors. So I really, really love it. It reminds me of a beach ball, kind of a beachy look. And it would probably work great with a V-stitch or something as well. But I'm going to stick with this stitch that I did. It's still light enough. You can bop around town in it probably in a maybe 50-degree day. So without further ado, we'll just take a look at it real quick, and then I'm going to pause the video, take it off, and we're going to look at it up close on the desk. Alright, so this is the Slop Mystery Top. So it comes down about hip length. I don't know if you can see, but it's basically a boxy sweater. You got one fitted sleeve. And you can see I started at the bottom. Oh, hold on, lighting issue. That was bizarre. Okay, started at the bottom with about a yard wide or so, maybe 34 inches. And it is a slanted granny stitch. Why is this changing on me? Sorry about that. And you just start at the bottom, you go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, build up until you get up to the shoulder area. It has a shaped neckline. There goes my lighting again. We're gonna have to get new lighting. But it's got a rounded neckline, and it's rounded because I made it rounded after making the sweater. So basically a boxy, you know, and then you take it in a bit with your trim line. So I also decided I want it wider over here. So I started going up and down. After I put it together at the shoulders, I went up and down, across the front, all the way down the back, and the side was still open. And then I added the sleeve, just gradually decreasing the sleeve. There's really no real increasing on this. I hadn't thought about that before. No increasing, it's all decreasing. So then this side, I started going up and down. I knew I wanted it asymmetrical. See if I can step further back so you can see. So, you know, you can play Vanna, point to the things in the showcase room, turn your little letters. It's a nice little flowy top. But it's boxy, it's drapey, flowy, you know, fun. It's very fun to make. And you don't have to worry about, oh, I gotta do this arm just the same as I did that arm, because they're not the same. This one is literally a box side with a cuff. It's sewn down. Once you go back and forth on the front and the back, sewn together at the shoulder. Then you go and you add your cuff, and that's just an easy double crochet rib. Made them the same. So you're gonna try this on as you go. It's not a cookie cutter pattern. I'm not a cookie cutter person. So, you could look at our gingerbread house we made, right girls? My daughters and my 2 granddaughters, we made a gingerbread house. And my oldest said, make it work, girls. So, you know, it was falling apart the moment we started touching it. We didn't know you have to snap the pieces apart. And then it's got directions and all this stuff. And don't taste the icing. It's got acrylamide in it. There's a warning about California and cancer and acrylamide in there. But it was fun. And it was creative, and it doesn't look like everybody else's gingerbread house, and it's not the fanciest gingerbread house on the block, but it was our gingerbread house, and it was fun to make. So, okay, we're gonna pause the video here and finish the rest of the spoiler vid, and then we'll get into some of the stitching on another video. So this will be probably a 5 or 6 part series. Maybe a little less, maybe a little bit more. But you'll have some time between the video uploads to stitch along and catch up and get to the next part you need to be at, hopefully by the time the new one comes out. I am having knee surgery next Tuesday in a week, 1 week and a day. So hopefully I'll be able to make another video or two the week after that. So and we'll have our project done by spring. All right, here we go. We're gonna pause. Okay, I'm back. So let's talk about the cart real quick from Michael's. This little cart here is so handy dandy. There's 3 shelves, and I think they make it for gift wrapping, like a gift wrapping station. Honestly, I'm not into gift wrapping. I'm awful at it. I just take my sweaters or whatever I've made for somebody and roll it up in some wrapping paper and tape it shut. Got some great wrapping paper this year too. I'll have to tell you about that, because it's great for wrapping soft shirts, sweaters, blankets, things like that. It doesn't rip so easily. Not easy at all. Like the grandkids could barely get it open. I had to help them. So this here is the cart. Gramercy cart from Michael's. Recollections. It's kind of that 50s enamelware look. I got the teal or aqua color. It's got a little pegboard side to it right here. And it's got a little bend, but you'll see mine. I didn't use all the pegs that come with it. I kind of put those in the bottom for now until I figure out what I'm going to do with them. Unfortunately, the pegs are not large enough to hold a cake. They're short for like spools of ribbon, which would be great if you want it for a gift wrapping station. And then it's got this where you can slide from one rack to the other, slide through and hold your gift wrap, or I don't know what else it would be, but 2 of the wheels lock. You put those on one side, and then 2 don't lock. So I got mine put together last night with my husband's help. Thank you, Abby. I hope the sound is good. I don't have the Bluetooth on tonight. I didn't charge it. I didn't know I needed charge. Same thing happened with my light. It needs charged. So I'm going to have to work on some better lighting. Sorry for the graininess and the shadows. Okay, so I'll just take you with me here. You can have a look-see. I've got those little racks here, and they're holding the cupcake yarn that I'll be working with for this project. But looky there. It rolls right off of there. Love it. 4 cupcakes. 4 mandalas it'll hold. So, really awesome. Good deal. These things, these little rods just come right off the hooks right here. So you take it off the hook, pop your yarn in there, you're good to go. Hopefully I'm not making you seasick here. Here's the little box storage like thing that goes on the pegboard. Got my needles on one side, scissors, pin. There's one of the peg things. It doesn't really, it's too short. It's only about 2.5 inches deep. But you could also hang scissors on there if you were so inclined. There's one of my turtles. Turtle. My yarn cake turtle. Got a project in there. I don't really have it filled up yet, but you can see it holds your drinks, your lotion. I put my little stuff in here. A little shawl pick and stitch markers that I never really use because I don't knit much anymore. But that's a ram's head silver shawl pick. Don't really know what those hooks are meant to do, but there's hooks there if you need them. I think that's to hold on the other side. I probably put these 2 upside down. The wrapping paper would probably go through here and sit on that one. So, the wrapping paper I got this year was awesome. It's like metallic shiny on one side, and then the other side is just flat matte paper. And that stuff is strong, let me tell you. I paid $8 for 3 rolls, I believe, and it was 100 square feet, something like that. But it was enough, and it was great. Like, the tape didn't seem like it wanted to stick to it at first, the foil side. But once you get it on there, it stays. And you literally will have to help the kids unwrap if you make them crocheted items and you don't want to box it. Alright, so on to the project. We're going to set up, we need to finish the spoiler vid here, and then we're going to set up and do a swatch. And I'm going to teach you the stitch that I used in case you want to use it. It's basically a modified version of the corner to corner stitch. Oh, gotta pause again. I left the sweater in the other room. Okay, back with the sweater. This basically, you could use any sport weight yarn. I like the color changing yarns, and you don't have all those tails to weave in if you want different colors. And I think I used the morning latte or coffee latte, something like that, in the cupcake yarn. Lime brand cupcake. They have it at Joann's. I will link it for you in the video. So we're starting basically, here's the bottom. Right here. That's the bottom edge. And you can see it's a little bit lacy. Not too lacy. It's not real noticeable. Got a little texture to it. But you don't get that wavy texture. Plus I like to kill it with the steam. But once you wash and dry it, that's pretty much how it ends up. So this is upside down. Let me turn it right side up for you. That is it. If you see one of the units right here to here, right there, my finger's over it. It's a single crochet into that stitch, the previous loop. Single crochet, chain 2, double crochet in the same space, double crochet in the same space, and you're on to the next one. Single crochet, chain 2, double crochet, double crochet. So it's nice and soft, especially after it's been washed. And I don't even use fabric softener. Probably should, but this just wash and wear so well. No pilling. I haven't had any issues with major pilling. It gets a slight fuzz to it, and it's nice. This will be a sweater you want to live in. It's really, really cozy. I like stitching in it. So we're going to start with that bottom edge. For myself, I did 34 of those little boxes, that box stitch, 34. So if you want to figure out sizing for yourself, there's not a lot to figure out. If you want it asymmetrical, that's just going to be dependent on where you put the neck opening. So I basically wanted it off my shoulder here and way almost to my wrist on the other side. And you're adding as you go, so the width gets added on. So this middle piece doesn't have to be perfectly sized. And in fact, mine wasn't. That's how I decided, oh, I'm going to go up and down on this side a little bit more. And oh, okay, then we're going to do the other side just the same way but longer. So it's, you're on your own learning curve. Right there. 34 units, that box stitch, all the way over to here. So I'm going to do the trick my mama taught me. Thanks, Mama. Arm straight out, hold it at your fingertip to your nose. That's about a yard with your head straight. Arm straight to your nose. So there's a yard to here, where the stripe started going vertical. That is about 12 inches. So a yard and 12 inches, basically 4 feet. Sounds like a lot, and it is a lot. But again, it's a boxy sweater. And we'll talk about the neckline later. So this is our first clue. And this is the spoiler video. So what we're going to do now is stop this video and we're going to start another one to just get into the first row. Do the swatch and then get into the first couple rows. And then you're going to be off to the races. And you're going to keep going till you get about right here. Till you have about 3 or 4 inches to your shoulder. Just hold it up, see where you want it, stand in front of the mirror. If you want it to cover a tummy, you can do that. Just stand in front of your mirror and hold it up. There's a little bit minimal shaping on the back shoulders, maybe 1.5 inches, to make it match somewhat of the front. I do need to get some tags because I forget which side I wear the loose side on and get it on backwards, and it does make a little bit of a difference with the neckline. Alright, that's it for now.